Thank you. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Ready to go tonight?
Ready for tonight, man.
Yeah, just gotta wait for Jake Pro Poker to arrive.
We'll see if he shows up.
I guess so.
Wish death upon me. Look at my dog and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And niggas trying to take my life away.
Jake Pro Poker, thank you
What
for
up,
coming
man?
out. Have a seat right here. Okay, thank you gentlemen for coming in today. My name is Sergio. I will be moderating this face-to-face for The Match, which will be a $10,000 trilogy starting on January 26th, going through February 9th. Tell me a little bit about yourselves, introduce yourselves of course, and then tell me what you're feeling and how you're preparing for this upcoming match.
Thank you, Sergio, for starting us off there. I'm Locked in Poker, content creator and online poker player, aspiring professional poker player. I've been playing online now for 2 to 3 years, building my bankroll, and now I'm documenting that journey online. And I've come across this guy, Jake Pro Poker, who does the same thing. And that's actually where this beef kind of started. And here we are now, I guess 6 months later after meeting, playing for $10,000.
Yeah, I am the pro, Jake Pro Poker. You guys probably know who I am already. I am a professional poker player, not aspiring, as you said, but I'm a professional poker player.
Professional, yeah.
Okay. Thought we were going to be cordial here, but yeah, I'm a professional poker player. People call me the pro. I have a tagline, nobody runs better than the pro. I'm going to play this loser, heads up, $10,000 on the line. He's going to see why people say that. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to be here. Thank you guys for hosting all of this. This is actually incredible. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, well thank you guys for that introduction. If I'm not wrong, you guys used to be friends.
Yeah.
What happened to that? Where did this beef come from?
Friends is a little bit like, I wouldn't go that far. I would say it's more like, you could almost say like big brother, little brother kind of relationship.
Who's the big brother?
That's funny. That's funny. So I was a professional poker player, making some videos, getting some success from them, nothing crazy. And I received some messages from this guy pretty much asking for my help, for my guidance, for my mentorship on creating content, getting into the scene. I would say we were pretty cordial. Over time, as my content progressed and as his content progressed, that at my credit at that point. Are you serious? Can you let me talk?
At your credit?
Can you let me talk, please? Thank you. His content progressed, my content progressed, and everything was kind of fine, maybe drifting a little. He was being a little disrespectful. And then the past few weeks, I've really just felt as if there's just been this completely unnecessary level of disrespect, and I don't tolerate that. Completely fake, snake, you can call him a backstabber, I don't know what you want to call it, but
I mean,
can you...
each and every one of you know
Can you
who this guy is.
We'll get to you in a moment, Henry.
Just
finish your thought.
Okay,
Thank you. There was a level of disrespect that I'm not going to tolerate. He thinks he's really good at poker. He's not the pro. I'm going to show the world why I'm the pro, and that's kind of where this backstory comes from. I mean, would I say I have a serious level of disdain for him? Probably. Would I say that I really care about him? Not really. So that's kind of the beef. That's how I would say the backstory is.
I mean, he likes to spin stories his way. He likes to call himself the pro, but we all know he's not no pro. So I think you got to take his words for very little value. You know what I mean? I mean, earlier on, I admit he did help me out earlier on in my content creation journey. He was a senior to me, almost him starting 3 months.
You could almost say big brother.
Well, he did help me out earlier on. I'll give him that credit. That's about it. As I gained followers, I felt like there was this natural jealousy that was built up, and he distanced himself from me.
That's funny.
And he would go into my comment sections on alternate accounts, and would post hate.
That's fake news.
That
is complete fake news. That's fake news.
And not only that, he didn't even hide it. It wasn't even.
That is complete
not
fake
even behind
news.
my face.
That is
also
fake news.
Also on his own profile, in his own videos, his own streams. You can watch him. You can watch them.
They've already watched them. Let's be real.
No, they. Let's be real.
I mean,
but you can watch the streams and you will see yourself. This dude talking trash for no reason. I mean, look at the data.
No reason.
Look at our hands that we posted. I've never lost to him.
Are you kidding?
He blames himself.
All right, bring if whoever's watching this.
Roll the tape.
After you're done watching it, let's roll the tape. Let's see. I have crushed you for months and months and months. You've got me maybe 3 times in the past few weeks. let's stay serious with this. Like, we're not, come on.
So let's touch on that a little bit more. You two have played in the past. How has that gone? It seems like maybe there's a split.
I mean,
on that, but how have the games really gone?
There's an objective view.
Okay.
If you just look at the videos that we posted online, I win them all.
Let's look at the real
Or at least a large majority of them.
No, that's just not true. All right. We have played on the same table before. Not heads up, really. He's not really that good then. He's really not that good now. I would say I was pretty good then, and now I'm the pro. So I think this is just going to be kind of a bloodbath, and I think the world agrees. I think the world knows that nobody, and I mean nobody, runs better than the pro. Nobody.
So you just said yourself, when you first started, you were just a good poker player. But now, as you claim, the pro. So what happened there? What changed?
Great. I was great.
You were great?
I was great. And now I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I'm the pro. Nobody runs better than the pro. And they're going to see why they say that. You're going to see why they say that. That $10,000 is going to see why they say that.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you look at it really, it's actually kind of a self-burn. It's almost friendly fire calling yourself or saying that nobody runs better than the pro. That's basically insinuating that you're not good enough to win the hands and that you have to run good to be good.
That's just not true at all, actually.
I mean, simple logic.
You just completely misunderstood the message of nobody.
What's the message then?
The message is
and how did it originate?
Okay,
I'm very interested. How did that originate?
Here's how it originated.
What was your thought process when you first came up with
No.
pro?
So,
are you game planning that with yourself? I saw you walking with your bodyguard here. Is he, what, are you and him just, I don't know, doing weird stuff behind the scenes?
About nobody runs better than the pro. In poker, everyone knows that when you win, a lot of people get pretty jealous and are like, I feel like I'm better than you, whatever. And so they blame it on luck. They blame it on running good. That's what they say. So after winning so much, like I have, there's been a lot of people who have kind of accused me of being very lucky. And instead of denying that I'm lucky, I've actually embraced that and been like, yeah, maybe I've gotten lucky in certain spots, but nobody runs better than the pro in the long term. So in the long term, I have just crushed everyone. And that's why nobody runs better than the pro.
Do you have data to prove that?
I do.
You've been crushing?
I do. Everyone at home knows the pro is a crusher.
I'd be very interested for you to not only show me, but to show the audience.
I will release my data the second you release the data on your hard drive. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. On that note, we're going to move forward onto a more topical question. Why does this match matter to you individually as a player? And then what do you think of the other player as a poker player?
For me, this is both a test, both a war of pride and poker ability, as well as character even. I mean, you have this guy who's completely self-absorbed, narcissistic, maybe even psychopathic. I mean, completely delusional, without doubt. You've seen the videos. And then he goes to claim that he's this pro when he has no data to back it up. He has no poker ability whatsoever.
What a fucking joke.
Again, watch his videos. He has nothing to say otherwise. No logic, no reason. He's a blackjack addict who thinks he's winning in the long term, but he can't count cards. He's addicted to losing. Online, he portrays himself as different. But when you see him behind the scenes, like I have, he's a complete douchebag. I mean, look at that. That's the fakest laugh I've ever heard. What is he even doing? I mean, do you have anything to say about that? About your character?
My character. Have you been outside lately?
Jake, again, why is this match important to you, and what do you think of Henry as a player?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of this match for me, I feel like I need to prove to the world just how great I am. You know, like, people think I'm really good, obviously, right? Like, who wouldn't? But in terms of showing the world that I'm the best, I'm not just a pro.
Can you speak to me and not? You can't look.
He asked me the question, so I'm going to be respectful. And you're bashing my character. He's completely just pathetic in my mind. He's a complete slime bag. He won't say things to my face, and he's not the type of guy that I want to surround myself with. But on to the question. Thank you, Sergio, for your question. I'll answer it in a very elegant manner. So I do want to prove to the world how great I am. You have an issue?
No. Keep talking.
Okay, I will.
Go on.
This match, $10,000 is nice, but it's much nicer coming from this guy. That's my honest opinion. I don't really care about $10,000. I think the world knows that I don't really care about $10,000. But $10,000 coming from him is a big deal, right? Like, in terms of him as a poker player, his poker ability is kind of like his personality. It's just like a little bit of like a warm glass of milk. Not much there.
A warm glass of milk?
Yep.
Me. In that case, you're an empty glass of milk because there's absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing going on up there. I mean, what are you thinking?
Okay, so, I mean, basic intelligence, you would actually know that a warm glass of milk actually means that there's nothing really going on. It's like very bland. That's kind of like what the saying was saying. So if you want to like...
That means boring, being
boring, not much there, not much there.
That's different than not much there.
Yeah, it's actually not because it's bland.
At least I have something there. There's nothing up there. Absolutely nothing.
Nobody runs better than the pro.
That's all you can say. That's all that's up there. It's just nobody runs better than the pro.
All right, we're gonna need to take a second here because
I mean, it's crazy.
No,
he's fumbling.
We're gonna need to take a second here. You're gonna have to take one of these really quickly. Is
he serious?
You're gonna have to take one of these if you're gonna lean over the table. Okay, thank you.
Take one.
You want? Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
I actually like these a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna actually put one in too because I like to be respectful of people, not show up terrible breath, but. All right, continuing on that point about the warm glass of milk. You know, I called him bland, said there's not much there. He tries to twist that into some sort of very unclever, unfunny joke. I'm trying to make a serious comparison here so you guys can kind of understand just kind of my thoughts of him as a poker player. I'm answering your question here. So to continue, you know, he doesn't really do anything very creative ever. I think that'll probably be one of his downfalls in the match. Another thing...
Poker-wise, I don't do anything creative. Or are you talking about personality? Are you talking about content creation? Can you explain yourself, clarify yourself?
That's kind of what I'm saying, is that it's like all the same. Like you're just kind of a warm glass of milk. You don't have any creativity in anything you do. So continuing on my point.
I mean, I would rather not have creativity than have quote-unquote creativity and be losing stacks and be an absolute loser.
All right, let's be real, guys. You guys know my bankroll is pretty high up there. For him to say that, you know, is kind of pretty unsubstantiated. So we're just gonna move on from that. But there's not really anything special that I found. That's kind of where I think my advantage is like the way that I think about and approach the game.
Trust me, you're special, buddy.
I know, I'm very special. Nobody runs better than the pro.
Keep telling yourself that.
Nobody. You'll see.
All right.
That 10,000's mine.
So you're going to win this match simply because you're the best.
I'm the best.
Henry, why do you think you're going to win this match?
I mean, objectively, looking at our past results against each other, you guys can verify this. Looking at our videos when we play each other.
Look at him.
Either I'm bluffing and he's folding, or he's bluffing and I'm calling. I just beat him in pots. It's objectively true. If you look at our bankrolls, I mean, mine has surged. Well, his has maintained the same for probably 6 months now. I mean, and this dude calls himself the pro. He shouldn't be playing 5-10, 2-4. He plays PLO and he thinks nobody runs better than the pro.
Nobody.
I mean, it's fucking PLO.
Nobody runs better than the pro.
I mean, he should go back to 1-2 maximum. I mean, frankly, he shouldn't be playing online. These online players are too good for him. I guarantee you. He should be going back to his 1-2 local casino, playing with these 80-year-olds. I mean, it's as simple as that. But he can't admit it to himself. He can't admit it to you guys. That he's a loser.
I'm the best.
And that he's bad at poker.
I'm the best. Nobody runs better than the pro. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, so you have both made it abundantly clear that this is not about the money. It's about pride.
Absolutely.
Well, I also would love to take his money. Just see the fucking look on his face.
He needs the money. That's the funny part. I don't need the money.
I need 10 grand. I need 10 grand. Oh my gosh.
The one thing that I'm worried about in this match is that he's not going to be able to pay up. I don't think he can afford the 10K when I win.
Mm-hmm.
I generally don't think he can afford the 10K.
This little guy loves saying that type of stuff. Completely unsubstantiated, completely lame, to make lies up on the internet. Kind of pathetic. And, you know, part of that is why I'm here. You know, people like him need to be put in their place sometimes. And that's all I'm saying.
People like me?
People like you.
People like you. With the fucking ego the size of the Rock Johnson. I mean, it's
Is it ego or confidence?
Well, it's confidence that isn't well placed, I'll tell you that. And what's confidence that's not well placed? That's ego.
Nobody.
That's bad ego.
Nobody.
There's good ego, there's bad ego.
Nobody.
There's an ego that makes you actually play worse because you go to a higher level of talent, higher level of opponents.
Nobody runs better than the pro.
There's no point talking with this fool.
Okay, so Jake, you've explained that you're in this to put someone in their place. Mm-hmm. Henry, if you're so much better than him, if he's not worth playing against, if it's not for the money, What's it for? Why did you agree to this?
Same thing he says. It's to put him down a pedestal. It's to finally expose this fraud for who he is. I mean, I've said it again and again, and he said it. All he says is nobody runs better than the pro. He says he calls himself a pro. And that's almost offensive to me. I aspire to be a pro, to be a good poker player. I've played online poker for 3 years now. What is he doing?
I look really good. Sorry, continue.
You look really good. You did your hair and makeup today?
I just look really good. Just woke up like this.
Again, about the money, guys.
Yeah.
So it's not for the number. You've both made that clear. What will you do with the money, though? Because 10,000 is a lot of money. I'm sure a lot of our audience would agree with that. What would you do with the 10,000 if you were to win?
I'm curious. What would you do with it? I mean, you're not getting it, but
I'm gonna buy a watch.
He loves dreaming.
I'm gonna buy a watch.
Oh, a watch. Oh my.
I'm gonna buy a watch. I think it'll be a great purchase for myself. I'm pretty excited to, wear Locked-In's money on my wrist on all my streams. I think that'll be a pretty nice touch. And that'll be the last that you really hear from him. He'll just be a little thing on my wrist. He'll be gone. There won't be a Locked-In poker anymore. I would doubt that he makes content after this. And all that's left will be a little gold watch on my wrist during my streams. And that'll be all that's remembered of Locked-In poker. No one cares about this guy. They're watching for me. I got a great wardrobe on right now. I think you guys could probably see. I look pretty snazzy right now.
You look like you just came back from a gay bar. I mean, you look pathetic.
Let's keep this simple again. So your plan with the money is to make an example out of.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just gonna get a little, piece to show that nobody runs better than the pro, and every time that you look at my wrist, you'll know what time it is. So
you need something material. That's all you care about? Material things? You don't care about pride? You don't care about actually being authentic?
The question was about the $10,000, and I'm simply explaining what I would do with your $10,000 that's going to be on my wrist in about 4 weeks. So I got my watch lined up. I got
keep that same energy.
Yeah, I got a great guy. I got actually a few guys who are
I'm sure he's got a few guys. You know what I mean.
I got a few guys willing to sell me watches, and we got them lined up.
Henry, what's your plan should you win the money?
I just add to the bankroll, to be honest. It wouldn't even be a dent. It wouldn't be a drop in the pool of what I have, but I just add it in there. I'd be able to maybe even play higher stakes.
You made $16,000 all of last year, and $10,000 is nothing.
I mean, how much are you up this year?
I mean, it's like
even down.
What is it? What is it? January 19th. So we're about 19 days into the new year. So I wouldn't say that that's a very big sample size, but I'm actually up a few thousand. I haven't gotten that much chance to stream because traveling and living the life because nobody runs better than the pro. But in my few sessions, I've been doing.
What about last year?
I crushed it last year. I mean, I haven't released the exact numbers. I'm working on a little bit of a compilation.
You're still working on it?
And if the IRS is watching, I lost all my money.
What does your earnings of last year look like? So we can compare once we have those numbers.
Mine, I'll say them outright. I'm not scared of no IRS. I'm not scared of anything.
You're not scared of the IRS. All right,
I'm absolutely not scared.
All right, buddy.
I'll tell you right now. I was up $44,000 last year. Online. That's only online.
That's not that.
And that's only playing 10,000 hands. 40,000, 10,000 hands.
10,000 hands?
Yeah.
You barely played last year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy it. Why am I even playing? Against this guy?
I don't have to play to beat you.
Oh man, this is pathetic.
I mean,
this is pathetic. This is pathetic.
Last year,
guys, if you guys are watching 10,000 hands, do you know how small the sample size that is? 1, 2. He's completely lying about $44,000. I'm pretty sure his parents gave him that money because that's about what a monthly allowance would be for kind of a failing poker player, an aspiring pro. Yeah, I'm the pro. I am a pro, not an aspiring pro. I'm not trying to be a pro. I'm the pro. You're going to see.
Look forward to it.
And it's going to be on my wrist.
You were both friends, and now it's come to this. There's a match, the match. But do you think, when it's all said and done...
No, I know what you're going to say. I will never be friends with this guy again. I'm going to keep my grass cut low. He's a snake, and that's all
I'm the fucking snake?
You know what? I'm out.
Are you kidding?
You're a weirdo. You're just a weirdo. Look at what he's wearing, guys. I'm out of here. How do I get this thing off? All right.
He's an absolute
quitter. Here you go, producer.
You saw it here first. This is going to be the same thing like it is on stream. He's going to quit after the first match.
Nobody runs better than the pro. Nobody.
Okay, so quite an explosive end to this conference. But again, thank you to Jake Pro Poker for coming. Locked-in Poker, thank you for coming.
Thanks, Sergio.
So we're gonna wrap that up here, guys. But make sure to stay tuned to each of the streams, both Locked-in Poker and Jake Pro Poker, either Twitch or YouTube. The match will be beginning on January 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern, about a week out from now. So stay tuned. This obviously is going to be spicy.